started. Oh.
All right.
No, it's not. It's not.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of the Basement Sports Addicts podcast.
Flying by.
We got, Derek, Ethan, Sean, but we have a special guest with us today. Let's welcome Josh onto the show with us today. What's up, Josh?
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
All right, so before we start jumping into anything, we're just gonna ask Josh some questions. We're gonna drill you.
Okay, go for it.
He doesn't know any. He doesn't know any of the questions we have for him. Okay, so how do you all know us? How do you know us all? Like, you don't know him, okay?
Well, you met me today.
I don't know that. Okay. I know Derek. Gosh, how many years has it been?
It's probably. Are we talking when I started or like when I
6 or 7 at least?
It's been like 6, yeah.
Yeah. Derek and I used to play percussion together in a homeschool band. And then I went to a co-op with Caleb. And we kind of stayed in touch over the Sean, I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been it's a Sunday.
You're good.
So
now I'm here.
All right. So what are you into sports-wise?
I am into a little bit of everything. Anything Detroit sports except for I don't really follow the Pistons at all.
There's not much to follow. So.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a jersey.
Shut up, bro.
My favorite teams are it goes Lions and then Tigers, Wings, and then Pistons. I'm also a huge Michigan Wolverines football guy. So really just anything sports related. So.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of go down the line really quick.
Okay.
What is your favorite Detroit Tiger moment that you have been able to witness yourself?
Like,
if it's
like in person or just like listening over the radio,
do both.
Your all-time favorite Tiger moment, and then something like you were able to sit there and watch on TV, be there in person for something like that.
Okay. So favorite moment overall was Miggy hitting 500 homers. That's just such a cool moment. Runner-up is sweeping the Yankees in 2013 or 2012 to go to the series. It's the Yankees. And then
Nobody likes them.
Favorite moment.
Shut up.
He's aware that
And then favorite moment I was able to do in person was there was a game in 2017 where I got to go against the Athletics. I don't know if you remember the name Rajai Davis. Hit a walk-off grand slam in the top or the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah,
walked it off. It was one of the greatest games I've ever been to.
You were at that game?
Yeah, crazy.
All right, so then what's your favorite Lions moment?
Favorite line?
Oh, it has to.
Come on. It's us beating the Rams to win our first playoff game. Like that's
sick.
Yeah. That first one was the best. Like that was our Super Bowl.
The Bucs
because
game was
you're going against Stafford. You're chasing out all the old and bringing in the new. I've been
hearing some of the stories from Stafford, like how he felt going into that game, and the second he walked on the field, even his wife was saying he wanted to rip out Detroit's hearts. Well, guess what? We ripped his out.
Yeah.
Who needs Matthew Stafford? Like,
nobody.
Bro. Okay. So then, what do you got?
Who's your favorite Tiger?
Current or all time?
Current, and then we can do current then all time.
Okay.
Favorite Tiger currently, Scooble. I gotta go with Scooble.
Yeah. Dude, we all have different favorite Tigers here.
We really do. That's crazy.
Rally and then all time is JV, Justin Verlander. I can't. I loved watching that guy grow up and just such a great pitcher.
So then who's your all-time and current favorite line?
So I started following the Lions. The year after we went 0-16 was the first year that I was like fully in, and that was the year that we drafted Stafford. So Stafford's always had like a place in my heart. which made last year like kind of bittersweet for me. But you know, it is what it is.
Were you rooting for the Rams in that Super Bowl?
Absolutely,
All right,
absolutely,
yeah.
yes. And then
I think I was too. A lot of people were like 50-50, but I wanted Stafford.
just because he has that Detroit connection.
Yeah.
So, and then currently it's St. Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
So
not really surprised. He's so good, and
He's surprisingly underrated.
he's short too, like for a receiver, and he's
Like,
still so good.
I don't know how he's underrated.
Yeah.
the
Like-
fact that we got him in the 4th round too,
Mhm.
and he's outproducing guys that were drafted in the 1st round, like that just makes it all the
So
better.
sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it's so sweet.
And it's like everybody had a chance to get him and they didn't.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And,
So.
and then I got a couple more questions. What's your favorite song / artist?
Ooh.
Oh man, I just
I
get
say you
one
start with genre. What's your
Okay,
favorite
yeah,
music
yeah,
genre?
yeah.
favorite music genre. Oh gosh, I like a lot of different genres of music, so it's hard for me to pin it down to just one. Probably like this is kind of going to be a niche genre, but like early 2010s Christian contemporary music. There were so many good artists back then. Not that there aren't good artists now, but that's just like the music that I grew up on.
with.
So,
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so can I skip your questions and can we get to that one that I have for him?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That
Yeah.
quote. It's a quote unquote game. So
Okay.
some of you guys might know specifically what our home run draft teams look like. And out of curiosity, we have Josh here who's big into baseball. So we just want to ask you. I have our 3 teams here.
Okay.
I want you to just look through them. I want you to tell me without you don't see whose names they are. So this
Okay.
is going to be your unbiased
Okay.
opinion. Who's got the best team? Who's got the worst team?
So
Okay.
it's the game is like whoever's gonna hit the most home runs. We all have a whole team. Whoever hits
Okay.
the most home
9
runs
players?
every year. Yeah,
Yeah,
9
players.
players.
Okay.
DH.
Okay.
So there's
So
3
first
pictures there.
team.
First team there. You can kind of talk out loud.
Okay. First team, lot of stars here. A lot of guys that can get hot at a moment's notice. 3 Braves on this one. Okay. To the right.
Oh yeah, switch to the right.
Okay. This team is very backloaded. Outfield of Trout, Judge, and Soto. Okay.
That is a nice outfield though.
That is a nice outfield.
Yeah,
If
very
those
nice
3 are on a team, I mean,
It's close. Could happen.
okay. Again, a lot of guys that can heat up at a second here. I'm just saying which one's the best in my
Say-
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
Who's gonna
give
hit the
it
most
give it a
home
1,
runs?
2, 3 ranking.
1, 2, 3 ranking. Okay.
Mhm. And we'll have the picture up on like the shorts and stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put this team at 3.
Okay, so that team is Ethan's team.
That's Ethan's too.
How?
I like
I
the
am
team.
leading in home runs, you know.
I
No, I
like
think I am.
I
No,
like
I'm
the
50.
team.
I'm at like 50.
I'm at like 6, bro.
No,
Look at my
oh,
team.
that's right. Gunner's been going off.
Yeah, he has like 9
But
right
listen
now.
to the reasoning. Listen to the
I
reasoning.
like the team. I just think that the others have more spread out throughout the positions,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Now
They have
I'm
a
not
pretty
I'm
young
not an
team.
expert on
Yeah.
home runs in the MLB right now, but just based on what I'm looking at, I think the other 2 teams have a little bit more power spread throughout rather than just.
You only have one
Centered
player
around
known
1
for
or
home
2.
runs.
Adolis
And
Garcia, Kyle Schwarber.
You have Torque, so I mean.
Right, never
He's
mind.
got
I
0.
mean, like 3.
He's like-
Okay. Then we get down to these 2. Man.
I can't. I don't even know.
It's
who-
close.
This is
Yeah.
very tough.
Yeah,
This
it
is
is
very
tough.
very
Yeah, I think it's
tough
close.
because there's a lot of great guys on these lineups. Personally, personally, I kind of like this team better.
Okay, so that's your number one team.
This is my number one team.
So that is my team.
Okay.
My team gets the number one spot. Sean
Should've
gets the
known
number
when
two
he saw
spot.
Judge and Soto.
What?
Yeah.
Give us a little breakdown.
Okay. So Sean's team I like because you have Acuna Jr., you have Ohtani, you have Mookie Betts, who's actually been having a great start to the year. You have Bryce Harper, who I don't think has had that great of a start, but
He's starting to heat up.
can heat up.
Yeah.
You do have 3 Braves, so that was kind of swaying it for me because the Braves hit home runs like nobody else. You have a couple guys that get hot throughout the year, and they're just not off to the greatest of starts yet. Whereas with Derek's team, Pete Alonso, you have Devers, who can heat up. You have Riley Green, who so far hasn't heated up, but I mean, our offense doesn't hit a whole lot of home runs. And then you have the back half of Trout, Judge, and Soto. Trout and Judge will probably be 1-2 if they're not 1 and 2 at the end of the year for home runs for the AL. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So
the one rule we had was we had to have at least one Tiger. That's why that's why I have Jake Rogers.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's not been doing good, but he had a home run today, so that's huge.
Yeah.
His second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than my Tiger.
He's got torque, so that's brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll figure it out,
Yeah,
hopefully.
he'll be
That's
fine.
okay.
And I took him early so nobody else would take him too.
Dude.
Yeah. He'll be
And that
fine,
messed
though.
up, but
He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
okay. So should we just go into some news now?
Yeah.
All right, you can start with it.
Jared Jones for the Pirates. He's absolutely dominating hitters right now. I mean, striking out pretty much everyone that comes to play. Might as well go sit down on the opposite bench if you're coming up to face him right
Is
now.
he looking better than Paul Skeens?
No.
Absolutely.
Well, we can't really.
Well,
say
yeah,
he's
I'm
going
joking.
down
Paul
players
Skeens in AAA.
Yeah. it's
So
hard to-
obviously.
Livy
But,
Dunn.
Okay.
Livy Dunn come up in every single.
Because you
episode.
make it come up in every single podcast, dude.
Oh,
All right.
You want to go?
Yeah, I'll just go at it since he's on my home run team. Pete Alonso with number 200 on his career. He's the 4th fastest player to do that all time. I mean, did we think Pete Alonso, I feel like personally is under the radar as a home run hitter, but like being overshadowed by
he
Ohtani,
obviously-
by Trout, by Judge, by Schwarber, by
I think
Matt
it's
Olson.
strictly because he's playing for the Mets.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the only reason.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been in every single home run derby since
Right. He's
2019.
one of the most consistent home run hitters in the MLB,
Yeah.
but he doesn't get his flowers. So
No.
4th fastest of all time. That's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and then we'll be talking about this for a little while. Jackson Holiday, AAA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slow
Okay,
start.
so I saw this stat come out. Players like Willie Mays and Ken Griffey Jr. had similar starts to what Jackson Holiday had. Personally, I don't think Jackson Holiday is all that. But kind of what's
I like
I
him.
mean, Torkelson had a slow start.
right.
A
But
lot of players.
Being sent back down helps
Yeah.
torque. So I think in the long run, this will help Jackson Holiday to become the Jackson Holiday who's expected.
I feel like we might need to do like Parker Meadows on the Tigers or something like that.
Yeah.
And maybe give people like Justin Henry Malloy a chance. He
Yeah.
moved up.
Definitely.
But
But yeah, he's got like one hit. Ugh.
yeah, it's not
Especially-
great.
I mean, it just highlights the difference between AAA ball and the pros, like the gap that's actually there. Like people think it's easy just because you're hitting well or pitching well in AAA to make that transition to the pros, but it's a completely different game.
Yeah.
So I know he'll be back. I know that, this is just a confidence booster to help him get his swing back and everything. So I know he'll be back for sure.
All right, so then do you want to take that one?
Yeah, Mexico City series right now. Astros versus the Rockies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Framber Valdez is back and he's oh my goodness, and he's back. He's playing. So he pitched today. I don't think I know exactly his stat, but I mean Framber's back. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Injuries have been brutal this year, so I'm happy that he's at least back because it did not look good for Framber, but that's huge for the Astros,
Mhm.
especially them losing a bunch of games. Playing the Rockies is kind of big.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
they're not
They need
good.
that.
It's-
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Mhm.
crazy. All right, and then you can grab that if you want to. If you can read it.
Oh,
It's penciled in there.
sorry, that's Wyatt Langford. If you can read it.
I did hear about this. Wyatt
Langford.
Langford, first career home run is an inside the Parker. That was today, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
today.
just today.
That's got to be a special moment. Not only do you hit your first home run, you hit it inside the Parker.
Don't have to chase down the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
So sounds like he'll be a star for a little bit here if he can get hot.
I wanted him so bad. Max Clark. I didn't want him. I wanted Talon right now, and that's what we could have got with Wyatt Langford. But that's.
I
huge.
mean, with our selection, it's building for the future.
Yeah. That's not for present time.
Right. You're not like as good as on paper the Tigers are at the moment. This team isn't built to compete right now. It's a team that's gonna compete in a few years when some of these prospects move up. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then we'll go to some big injuries that are happening right now. Bro.
I'll start with Zach Gallen if you want me to. Zach Gallen goes down with hamstring tightness in his last start.
He won't be gone that
He
long.
won't be
He'll
gone
be
too
fine.
long. I
He'll
think
be
it's
fine.
10-day IL right now. So.
I have him in fantasy baseball, so we better be fine.
And you picked him for the Cy Young.
Oh,
Is
Second.
the second.
The
So we
second.
all picked Spencer Strider for NL Cy Young, and then he went out, so we made another one.
Is that?
And Zach
Did you
Gallen.
take? I know we both took Zach's. Did
Oh
you
wait,
take,
no, I might have taken Wheeler. I took
Oh, Zach, you
Wheeler.
have put Zach
Yeah.
Gallen.
Yeah, I put.
Showtime,
I put. Dude. All right, and then we got Walker Bueller, man.
Tommy John. he's
Personally,
gonna
I think this
what?
is kind of like
Walker Bueller is Tommy John.
yeah.
dude.
This is news to
Personally,
me.
I think Walker Bueller's time is coming. Like he's been getting injured.
Might have to hang up those tight pants.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
like
Spencer
Spencer
Strider.
Strider.
Like-
He's got tight ones too, though. But man,
Dude.
that's brutal
Yeah.
for the Dodgers. I know they don't care. They got talent everywhere, but
I mean, it's still when you lose a pitcher of that caliber in any sense, it's a blow.
yeah, it stinks.
It's gonna be crazy.
Kind of not happy, but good thing the Dodgers,
I don't know.
they're kind of annoying. So not gonna say it's nice that he got hurt, but they kind of need like something
To even the playing field.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's still not even close because they have Otani, but
This
he'll
might be
fine.
evidence for the pitch clock, but 3 big injuries pitching wise. But Blake Snell also goes down with a left adductor sprain, so he'll be out for a couple of games. So
He wasn't
big
really
loss for the Giants,
the best. He was kind of hanging a bunch of pitches, and they were crushing it.
but
Yeah.
But it's
he's
brutal.
shown what he can do, which is
Yeah.
important.
Last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're on baseball, let's just go to series of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to series of the week. All right.
So-
What's the recap from last week? You and
Yes.
Sean.
I got a point.
Sean gets the point.
I picked
Ethan-
Baltimore or
No,
Boston.
Boston.
Ethan and
Yeah.
I take the L there.
I took the Guardians.
Another series that went to Game 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
But this week, so from the beginning, we kind of said we weren't going to go to a 4-game series, but we cannot pass this up.
Yeah.
This coming week, we've got Baltimore and New York
Ooh.
going head to head. It's in New York, correct? I'm gonna fact check.
Fact check that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Double
it's
check
not
that.
a huge difference, but it could.
It's-
this could be the
a difference.
ALCS this year. It's gonna.
That's a
it's
difference.
So, It's
They are in Baltimore.
okay. They're in
They are
Baltimore.
playing in Baltimore.
Okay.
Derek, you want to start us off? Because
No, I think we start that.
First. So it's a 4-game series. If it's a tie, we're gonna do whoever had the most runs in the whole
Total.
season.
4
Or the
games.
series, most
Whoever had
series.
the total most runs.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
But,
I mean, it'd be cool if it came down to a tie.
yeah.
But
nah,
That's how we're gonna
that.
break the tiebreaker there.
Okay.
We're not gonna try to do this too often, but again,
Yeah.
it's like the big dogs of the American League. You know, right there. So, Sean, take it.
Dude, I don't know. Yankees versus Orioles.
They're
This is so
both
good.
hot teams right
They're
now.
pretty hot.
They are both hot
Orioles
teams.
lost today, which that doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine, but
Yankees are 4 of their last 6.
yeah, Yankees are pretty slow. Judge is starting to heat up. I think I'm gonna go with the New York Yankees.
Hey.
I know that's. I'm a Red Sox fan, second team, and I don't like the Yankees, but their offense is just so good.
Yeah.
And then they
If it-
got. They
if this-
have to. Wait, what?
If this helps, Baltimore lost a series to Oakland.
Yeah.
They lost that series.
Mason Miller.
it was bad
I mean,
pitching. but
granted, they only lost by 1 run in both their
Yeah.
losses, and then went 1-7-0.
Cool.
But still, I think that's kind of says something.
Yeah.
They lost one to the Angels by 3 runs.
But you also think Tigers also lost series to Oakland. People are
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah,
But
it's
we're
gonna
not as
happen.
good as the Yankees.
It just comes down to don't be that
Or the
guy.
On
Orioles.
paper, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But this is a huge series for the Yankees because they're gonna get swept in the next series against the Tigers. So they need this.
There you
They
go.
kind of
There
need
you
this
go.
series right here because Tarek Skubal's pitching on Saturday. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Of course.
game 2 is the
course.
Tigers. So I'm gonna go Yankees. Their offense is too good.
All right, so
Guest.
go.
We're gonna have a guest counter.
Okay.
His first
okay.
guest.
Um.
Drum roll.
So you went Yankees, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Orioles. I think they're playing in Baltimore. I think that does make a difference. You get when you get New York away from their stadium, I think that changes the team a little bit. They're not
Yeah.
as good on the road. And I think Baltimore, they're coming off that series loss against, as you said, Oakland. They're just as hot as the Yankees right now. I think they have every bit to play for. They want to get back on track. I'll take Baltimore in this series.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, so Baltimore's been playing some really good teams, but and also playing in Baltimore, that's definitely a factor. In this series, it's going to be a factor.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a hard choice. Give me the Yankees, man.
Oh, big shock.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm just gonna say we talked about this last night.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. When I sat there and I lost sleep trying to figure out who I was gonna pick. I'm not kidding.
I
No,
could've
I am
told
not
you.
kidding. I'm not kidding. This is going to be a
This is a
tough
good
series.
series, yeah.
This is such a good series.
Yeah.
And if this was any other team, I'm taking Baltimore. But this Yankees team is so hot. Juan Soto is hot. Aaron Judge is heating up, okay? Judge has heated up. He's hitting his home runs. He's getting there. And I think they roll into Baltimore, and I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I think Yankees take it.
Well, I guess we might be going every other for our predictions. I'm going the Orioles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going. I think Gunnar Henderson's going to stay hot, keep hitting home runs like he is. I think Adley Russian,
Gunner's hot, man.
Yeah.
Gunner is hot.
right now at the plate, he's
Russian.
on fire. But yeah, I think I'm going to go Orioles.
Yeah.
All right.
I was so close going Orioles, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
So-
It's a toss up. It's a coin flip.
Series starts on Monday, and we're just going to – that's going to be some fun.
We're doing run total as well.
No. So
Okay.
what it is, it's by series overall winner. So
Got it. Okay.
if Baltimore wins 3, they've got it.
Got it.
But if it's 2-2, whoever has the
Whoever has
most.
the most. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Got you.
So I think we just kind of fly through NBA and NFL or NHL. Sorry,
Yeah.
That's
we just kind of fly through it. Talk over how Thunder are up on the Pels 3-0. How Timberwolves.
You mean NBA?
Yeah, NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
said
said
NBA.
You said NBA.
I-
NHL.
Yeah, we're talking NBA and NHL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Thunder up on the Pels, Timberwolves up on the Suns. I think I'm kind of like the only one here who is watching NBA playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I follow it a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but we'll see today.
How are the Suns losing?
Updating
that
this, what's written.
What
We
is
have
going
written.
on?
Timberwolves are that good right now.
They are?
Anthony
Man.
Edwards has hit
Dude.
another level.
Ant is showing out. Ant is showing what everybody thought he was going to be.
Right.
Ant
He's finally
is showing
having
out.
his welcome to the NBA
Yeah.
moment. Like
Dude,
this is it.
He's
here.
showing that Phoenix Suns team. Do you
With
think they
Kevin
take it
Durant?
tonight? Yeah.
Kevin Durant still wow.
Do you think Timberwolves take it tonight? Because Game 4 is on tonight. 9:30
No.
TNT.
No, it can't be.
I'd like to think
They play in
that
Phoenix.
I'd like to think that Suns team is going to take at least one.
Yeah.
Because that team is too talented to just get swept in the first
Let's
round.
just let it all go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they'll take one, but then they'll go back to Minnesota and they'll celebrate a 4-1 win.
Uh, updated. Knicks beat the 76ers to go up 3-1.
Up 3-1. Okay.
Clippers beat the Mavs. So now that series is at 2-2. And
That was
that's going to be a good
today.
series. Okay.
That was without Kawhi
So,
Leonard.
I just want to touch on this. I was watching that. I think it was probably game 3 that I was watching. And Charles Barkley was up at the desk. And he was sitting there talking about how Luka Doncic is a ball hog, He only gets these numbers because he wants to touch the ball on every play.
Mhm.
They come out at halftime, and I'm not kidding you. You had every other player on that team missing a layup. And when I mean layup, I mean like there's nobody within 6 feet. He's got social distancing. He can lay it up off his fingers, misses it, bricks it. Okay? And if I'm Luka Doncic, I'm like, yeah, I want to be touching the ball every single time down the court because what else is going to happen?
Right.
And that just shows how good he is.
Mhm.
He's carrying this Mavs team when Kyrie is ice cold.
Right.
And
He's been the best player on that Mavs team for a while.
I believe Luka should be MVP. I think that's Luka. His stats I want to have this conversation with you now. Who do you think MVP is going to be this year? NBA MVP.
Well, I think it should be Embiid. He has the stats. He just didn't have the games.
Right. He didn't have the games personally, I like that new rule.
I mean, it has pros and cons, but
because if you look, there's a new rule they brought out at the beginning of the year that if you miss a certain amount of games,
you have to play 65 plus.
You're not eligible for the major awards.
Yes.
Okay.
So that kind of prevents like Kawhi Leonard, who sat the bench.
He played under 65. I'm not sure the exact total, but he was out with two. He tried to play through injury and then got re-injured again because he was trying to hit that mark. But so personally, I think it should be Embiid.
But with who we have eligible,
my vote's on Luka.
Yeah,
I gotta go Luka.
SGA is looking crazy in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you gotta go with regular season.
Yep.
And I think Luka did more in the regular season to carry this team with less stars around
100%.
him than what SGA has over in OKC.
Absolutely.
Who are the stars in OKC?
You got Chet
I know
Holmgren.
they got Josh Giddey.
Josh
you got
Giddey.
Giddey, Holmgren,
Who's Josh Giddey?
and
He's 14.
he's the
yo.
I did not know Josh Giddey.
And then SGA. So it's Giddey,
Oh, okay.
Holmgren, and SGA, and then a couple of other guys. I'm sure I'm
The
missing
only
one or
person I
two.
know is SGA.
Yeah, I know the tall.
They got
guy.
a really, really young team
Yeah.
over in OKC.
All right. Do any of us really want to talk NHL?
Nope.
Same.
The only thing I want to mention is my utter disappointment in the Capitals making it into the playoffs, and they're about to get swept by the Rangers. That should have been us. That should have been us.
The Red Wings should have been being swept
I do
right
not
now.
care. We would at least won one game. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. You put us in the playoffs, we're winning at least one, maybe
especially in
two.
Detroit.
That Red Wings team was gritty, man.
It was.
That Red Wings team was so gritty.
It was.
Dan Campbell brought to the ice.
Exactly. it's a Detroit
Dan Campbell
culture
on
change
ice.
around.
Dude, I was
So
Dan Campbell
that's the
on
only thing I
ice.
want to say about that.
All right.
Otherwise,
All right. So this past week, actually, right here in Detroit, we had the the NFL draft.
What they did?
It was the record turnout. 775,000 people showed up.
wow.
That's the final count.
I was one of them.
I know me
I
and
was
Josh.
too.
Yeah.
Me and Josh were two of the
Yeah.
people on opening day.
Good job.
Uh,
But first round.
it was crazy turnout, actually.
Mhm.
So right here, what I'm looking at, I have the first 19 picks in front of me, and
And you have all the other ones.
right off the bat,
Just
right?
first
But I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah.
right off the bat, in this column here, I see two picks that left me dumbfounded. Well, I'm gonna like kind of everything
Can
else.
I start?
The ones
The Falcons drafting.
Michael
Michael
Penix
Penix
Jr.
number 8 overall.
What are your
Dude.
guys' opinion on Michael Penix?
I don't like Michael Penix. Sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna
Sorry,
say my
you're
rant.
fine. You know, like I think he's a good player. I don't think the Falcons should have drafted him without telling Kirk Cousins.
Dude.
You see
Well,
Kirk
yeah.
Cousins' reactions. He
He-
wasn't told until
when they were on the
but
clock.
he's a player.
when they were on
He's
the
a
clock.
Player. I know he's their quarterback. They just signed.
He's
but
supposed to be their quarterback for the next couple of years.
But they're
Yeah.
supposed to be the heart and soul of that Falcons team is Kirk Cousins after they signed him.
They
And
kind
they
of did
like
him dirty.
they did him dirty, exactly.
They did him dirty.
So pretty much he's gonna opt out after his 2 years from the Falcons
I say,
and not use that 4-year contract.
I say
all
so,
the way.
yeah, because he doesn't want to be there to coach Michael Penix Jr.
Exactly.
Which is what the
He
Falcons
wants to be there to
expect.
win a championship.
No, Kirk. He's a Christian. He would be okay with it. I know that doesn't really mean, but Kirk's a good guy. He was definitely gonna coach Michael Penix. Are you crazy?
Well,
I think
yeah.
he will, but he doesn't
Yeah.
want to.
No.
Like he'd rather why would he want to compete with his starting spot and
He's
as
not gonna be
quarterback?
competing, but Michael
He's
Penix
gonna
is
get to a point.
24. They want to plan for the future. I mean, after Kirk, he just had an Achilles tear, so that's what Aaron Rodgers. It's like it's a question if he's even gonna be good. If he's bad, they have a good backup. That way, they don't have to have Desmond Ritter, because you know what Desmond Ritter can do.
Nothing.
You all know it, yeah.
Oh,
Alright, what do you
I mean,
think?
he's scary out there.
So here's my thoughts on this whole, because I've done a lot of thinking. I had a lot of time to think about this pick. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me because, like was mentioned, you signed Kirk Cousins into the offseason to this big 4-year, $180 million contract. And, the thought was that this was their moment to go all in. The NFC South it's not exactly the strongest division in the
It's
NFL.
dire. Dire.
So the thought was, you're going all in. You're going to draft maybe a receiver. The defense needs a lot of help, especially on the D line. So maybe you go that route. Really a lot of options for you. Instead, you take arguably as far as age goes, most NFL ready quarterback. Maybe not the best talent or best skill, but 24 years old, and you draft him with the number 8 overall pick when you could have easily probably traded down.
They could have gotten some good
Or you
stuff out of
pick
it.
Exactly.
Roma
Exactly. You get a Roma Dunze, you get a weapon for Kirk Cousins. That was the thought. Instead, you draft Michael Penix Jr., who isn't going to play for 2 years. He's going to be 26, 27 at the very least when he actually gets a chance to start. And that's if you decide to move on from Kirk Cousins. Now, a lot could happen. Kirk Cousins could get injured. This could change the whole scope of everything. But at the moment, I just don't understand why, as that front office, you don't add a weapon like Odunze, like a receiver, get help on the defense. I mean, Dallas Turner was there.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of guys.
There were some.
it just doesn't make sense to me why you would take
Brock
that.
Bowers. I mean,
Exactly.
Well, they have.
He was supposed to be
tight
that.
end.
You
Kyle
have
Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right,
Imagine
yeah, I
this
forgot about
offense
Kyle
with
Pitts.
Kirk Cousins. You had Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Roma Dunze, and Kyle Pitts.
I mean, I understand if it's like a
That's
1 or a
pretty
2 year
dangerous.
contract for
Yeah.
Cousins and you're bringing this young guy in to sit behind Cousins, but the fact that it's a 4-year deal, opt out after 2 years, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to
Yeah.
me.
Personally, I don't like that pick at all.
No.
I think Michael Penix Jr. is that second round talent. I mean, arguing you could put JJ McCarthy there as well, but we won't. We're not here to argue that. I
Are
think-
you a JJ guy? Do you like JJ?
I
I know you're a Michigan fan, but
mean, I don't want to switch topics at all,
Go
really,
ahead.
but
Switch temporary switch.
yeah.
it.
But
So,
all I'm saying is I'm a Michigan guy. I followed them this entire season as they went 15-0. I've been a fan of McCarthy since day one, and now I'm a JJ McCarthy fan 15 out of 17 games. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
But I think that was way too early to take Michael Penix, even while JJ McCarthy was still on the board too. And while Bo Nix, you had Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy sitting there, and they took Michael Penix Jr.
I understand the thought of taking what they thought is the most. I mean, JJ McCarthy gonna need a little bit of adjustment to the NFL.
Right.
Bo Nix, there's a lot of question marks around him.
Lots.
So they took the best quarterback on the board.
Who is also very injury prone.
Right.
If you saw those stats, he got injured every year from 2019 to 2022. Every year he had something.
But if you do look
Some
at Michael
season ending.
Penix's stat line, he is the most what's the word I'm looking for? He's the
Stat
best.
He has the best stats.
Yeah, he has the best
Yeah.
stats by any of
Yeah.
the quarterbacks that were
Yeah.
taken before him or after him. Like,
He has a great receiver on him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Um,
Roma Dunze is
I'm not gonna
definitely
try.
All right, and then the other pick that really confused me, number 13. The Raiders take Brock Bowers when they took Michael Myers last year.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
That really confused me. Like, do they just have no faith in who they drafted just a year ago?
I'll go
Yeah,
if,
they were all speechless.
Yeah.
if no one else, I'll go
Take
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
So this actually, I didn't think it was that bad of a pick. I understand you took Myers last year, and now you drafted arguably a better tight end than Myers, in my opinion, at
Yeah.
least.
Uh-huh. I think
from
he's
what I've
better.
seen, one of the best tight ends to ever come out of college, at least.
Yep.
The Raiders, the GM that they have down there is a guy who has a mentality of taking the best player available. And it just so happened that in this instance where you have the number 13 pick, the best player available was Brock Bowers. So to his credit, he took the best player available. Now, can you work with is this going to be a two-headed monster at tight end for Vegas? Absolutely. I mean, how are you going to guard both Brock Bowers and Michael Myers over the middle? I just don't see how any linebacker is going to be able to match
Yeah.
up with that. So it does create a lot of interesting scenarios, but to your credit, it just doesn't seem like the right fit for a
No.
guy. I didn't see Bowers going to the Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I saw him falling a little bit farther actually.
right. Because I
To
thought
the Seahawks who need a tight end, even the Colts. But
Mhm.
like,
I thought he could go. Theoretically he could have gone 5 to the Chargers. Chargers needed a lot. I mean, Joe Alt was probably their best option.
Yeah.
They just needed so much.
Mhm.
They have so many boxes to check off.
Mhm.
And I just want to kind of touch on the Chargers for a little bit
Mhm.
because I have a little bit on Quentin Johnston. Do you think Quentin Johnston, is he going to be that number 1 receiver for Justin Herbert? Is he going to be what they're hoping he's going to be?
I think they are, but they're not gonna get it out of him. I mean,
we
they
saw him
obviously-
year one dropping wide open passes, dropping stuff that an NFL guy shouldn't be dropping.
They also picked up Cornelius Johnson, right? Yeah, they also picked up Cornelius Johnson
Oh,
in the
Michigan
7th
guy.
round.
Michigan.
So I know that you bring in the new coach Jim Harbaugh. His mantra is build from the trenches up.
Yeah.
So he starts in the trenches, works about. That's how he built Michigan into kind of the power school that it is. So in my mind, personally, there was no doubt here that they were going anywhere other than offensive line. So do I think Quentin Johnson is a wide receiver 1? No, but I also am a huge fan of Justin Herbert. And I believe in his ability. I think that, the coaching staff that was before Harbaugh and Brandon Staley didn't utilize the weapons that he had. So, the Chargers made the big moves, getting rid of Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, kind of controversial moves, left with Quentin Johnson. But I'm fully in on Justin Herbert having a good year this year. Behind that, and I think this Chargers project is a 2 or 3 year project. I don't think year 1 is going to be when they get it done. I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years before they reach that hump. But
Yeah.
I fully see this working out for them.
And they definitely picked up a great head coach out there.
Yep.
Shows that he can win championships.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right. Any other picks we want to talk about? We can talk about the Lions pick. They traded up.
Mm-hmm.
They trade up with the Cowboys.
I
Dude,
love this.
he was not supposed to be there.
I
No.
love this.
He wasn't
14
supposed-
overall is where he was projected
Dude,
to go.
he was
So,
not
like,
supposed. We were supposed to settle with Kool-Aid McKinstry. Okay, now you were a guy who said Kool-Aid was perfect. What do you think about this pick?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it,
dude.
dude. I did not think he was gonna fall at all. I mean, he's the best corner in the draft
Dude.
by far.
This is such an
Alabama.
exciting pick.
He's gonna be with Brian Branch, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
sick. And then, dude, just one of the greatest
Dude,
corners.
Lions improved their secondary in this
In
draft.
his
Like
pro
no
comparison.
tomorrow.
His pro comparison is debatably who he would have drafted if Seattle didn't pick him up last year. Devin Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Witherspoon's had a heck of a year. And the number one thing I liked about, taking back-to-back cornerbacks here, media is giving them a lot of criticism for that. They understand his position of need, but felt you could have gone other positions. But you take back-to-back cornerbacks, but not only that, you take back-to-back SEC cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Whew.
And SEC cornerbacks
They're dogs.
They're different.
are built different.
They are
Now-
like NFL
now,
built.
To the credit of the critics, are these guys a little undersized? Yes, but I think with the amount of zone that the Lions play, you're not trying to go one-on-one with a Justin Jefferson, a DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
You understand you're not going to be able to do that. There's just some guys you can't go one-on-one against. So I think you're creating a fast defense. Both these guys are incredibly fast.
Yep.
And they both play to the ball, don't stop playing till the whistle. So I think you're building a defense that's going to be very fast on the back end, going to be very good. And I think this is exactly the moves that we needed to make.
That, dude, Lions secondary is scary. It's
It
gonna
is
get
scary.
scary.
It is scary.
It's scary that we have a lot of question marks on our players, but if they pan out how they're supposed to, that is going to be scary.
And so far, Brad Holmes showed that his players pan out.
I mean, look at last year. You got a lot of flack for taking Gibbs at 12 and see how that turned out. Like, those are just the type of picks that we're getting used
And you
to
take
now.
Sam Laporta, who's projected 3rd round, in
Right.
the 1st round,
No,
And
it was
second.
he
It was
was
early
second.
second. Yeah.
early second.
like, early
Yeah.
second, yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean, turned out to be the best tight end and debatably the NFL last year.
exactly.
Really quick, since we're all Michigan guys here, I just want to touch on we had the back-to-back-to-back Michigan
Yeah,
picks.
that was nice.
83, 84, 85.
Mm-hmm.
That was very nice.
Who were those 3 players, Derek?
Blake Corum. We had Blake Corum, the running back, going to the Rams. We had Roman Wilson, wide receiver, going to the Steelers, and then we had our offensive guard Zach Zinter going to the Browns.
And
Zach
we had
Zinter.
Blake Corum going in your 5th pick.
Yeah,
that was brutal.
yeah.
That was bad.
I seen that. I'm like, that wasn't
That
the
was,
most.
that's not, I know. I went back and watched that. Like, dude, we had it all lined up,
We had
and then
4 in a row.
bam.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Uh,
but we did have Joe Alt going the first
First
offensive
off,
lineman. So
okay.
that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Good.
And then
Mike Sanders still? We're going to talk about him going to Washington. 50th overall.
we'll talk, and then Chris Jenkins going one pick before him
Yeah.
to the Bengals.
Everything was back to back for.
On what was that, day 2?
Yeah, that was day two.
Day 2, we had all
Second
kinds
round.
of Michigan guys.
Yeah.
Man.
All kinds, man.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to go to that.
None of 'em-
Disney.
I went there, but I didn't stay.
Oh yeah.
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 Going back to the Corum pick a second, you now have a two-headed monster in LA with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum.
Yeah.
That is going to be a hard duo
Ooh.
to stop.
Ours is still better though.
Yeah.
It is. Oh yeah, ours is easy.
Ours meeting the Lions.
Right,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Roman Wilson
Alright.
gives Russell Wilson, new quarterback over there in Pittsburgh, a much needed target to go alongside George Pickens, kind of a speed threat, if you will, Roman Wilson. So I think these guys found great homes, and I think they're gonna be stars for years to come.
Definitely.
So then with the Lions, just before the draft, like in the weeks leading up to it, we had St. Brown become the highest paid wide receiver for what? 2 days?
2 days.
2 days?
2 days. But we had it for 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was paid
let's go.
just a little over $30 million a year. It was like $2,000 over $30 million, which put him over Tyreek Hill $30 million flat.
Okay.
So that's what gave him the credit.
That
And then
was on
AJ
purpose.
Brown says, "You know what? I can't have
Hold
this."
my beer.
Yeah. And goes 32 million. That was great for the Lions. And then they also signed Penei Sewell,
Mm-hmm.
4-year, $112 million.
Yeah.
Highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Well, yeah,
Well
he's a
deserved.
stud.
Well
So
deserved.
good.
Well deserved.
Another draft pick that was very criticized
Yeah.
when we took Sewell.
At
So
1, right?
No, we got him
7.
first pick.
Seven.
First
Seven.
pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our first. Yeah.
Our
that's
first pick.
Yeah. Lions are looking good for the
Mhm.
next couple of years.
Oh yeah, you're locking down those guys that are kind of the cornerstones of this team
Mhm.
for multiple years, which means that this team really isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Ragnar, I don't know what's going on with Frank Ragnar, but hopefully he stays healthy this year.
mhm.
Hopefully he's good.
Best center in football.
Yeah.
After the
Nah,
season,
Jason
I think
Kelsey's
I think he
gone.
might be gone after this year, retiring.
If we win the Super Bowl, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think
100%.
Yeah. But I think if we fall short again, I think he'll stay one more. Just like what Ben Johnson did, I think.
Mhm.
But we're not gonna fall short this year. We're gonna win it all.
Nope.
Won it all.
All
yeah.
the way.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
All the way.
We can.
Could I go to my favorite Lions pickup of the NFL draft?
Go for
Go
it.
for it.
Giovanni Manu, the offensive tackle from British Columbia. 6'8", 350. Are you joking? He's gonna
Monster.
kill defensive linemen.
Now the one thing about Manu, I love the pick as
Yeah.
well, is that's going to be a project.
Yeah.
Because, coming from British Columbia, there's a lot of question marks around that. But if you can get him to any sort of, average offensive line status or tackle status, that's going to be hard to move.
Yeah.
You're not moving 6'8", 350 very easily. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're not moving that easily.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald can't even touch him.
No. If
Yeah.
he's got the lateral quickness
Oh, yeah.
that he's going to need.
And he's gonna be coached by some of the best offensive linemen, players, and coaches in the NFL.
Mhm.
I mean,
It's a great fit for him.
yeah.
Such a great fit.
Just-
I say we can move on to our games.
I got a fun.
Let me start with mine first.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you're
All right.
gonna be fun.
So, something we've never done before, and I'm kind of surprised about this. Who is our Detroit Tiger Mount Rushmore? Talk amongst yourself.
live, or like current,
No,
All time.
all time.
Detroit Tiger.
Okay, so we're
Mount Rushmore.
Miggy.
Okay, all agree on it. All agree on
How many guys? Hold up. How many guys are we
Four.
going?
Mount Rushmore is 4.
Four?
Four?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
we're
So
going 4 guys.
Miggy,
Miggy,
do we go K-line?
K-line.
K-line?
right?
Miggy K-line?
Or is it Ty Cobb? I know Ty Cobb will be.
Cobb's got to be up
Yeah,
there.
he's got to be.
Yeah, I
at least
say
one.
Ty. Miggy, Ty Cobb.
Do we,
Al K-line is
Verlander is. I
elite.
think
K-line's in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we put like our conversation players up there, or who do we think could be up there?
Well, let's just say Verlander. He could be an option.
Verlander.
He could be an option.
Yeah. Max Scherzer maybe.
Mm, no,
He was
I
a
don't
good
think-
one.
I don't
He
think-
wasn't-
We're talking as a Tiger,
Okay.
not their overall career as a
Alright.
Tiger.
Okay.
I think you could throw Jack Morris from the
Yeah.
'84 team.
Yeah.
You got to
into the
throw. You got to
conversation.
throw Tram up there. You got to throw Lou Whitaker up
Yeah.
there. You got to throw Willie Trammell up there. Or why did I
Willie
say-
Trammell.
Willie
Willie Horse.
Horton.
Willie
Willie.
Horton.
You
Yeah.
got to throw those 4 players right up there.
And then Kerry Carpenter up there, right?
Oh yeah.
No, one day.
Yes.
One day.
And maybe this guy one day, Riley Green.
Yeah.
I got his autograph.
Yeah.
Um,
No current Tiger's gonna be up there just yet.
Not yet. Yeah. All too young.
Scuba
So-
could end up on there though.
Yeah, he's a.
If he wins a couple Cy Youngs,
Oh yeah.
he's gonna be.
Oh
up
yeah.
there.
Easy.
Honestly, Dan Dickerson.
He
Bro,
should.
Players.
Yes, players. Okay, player.
Uh,
Jason Benetti.
We go Miggy. So we got Miggy and Kai.
Miggy and Cobb for sure. You
Yeah.
have to.
I say you had to put Trammell up there.
I say we have to put Al Kaline up there. I think Al Kaline was a better player than Alan Trammell.
Man, this is brutal.
Personally, I don't know. Like he was crazy defensively.
That's a tough. I feel like Trammell was good. I feel like a lot of the hype that he gets around him was strictly because of his pairing in Lou Whitaker.
Right.
His double play.
His double play, like they locked down that middle of the middle of the field.
Correa, Altuve,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Exactly.
duo.
I think Kaline
was that big name.
And I think as a overall player, I think that Kaline is a better player than Trammell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So does that mean Kaline gets his spot?
I think Kaline goes on the. And then I almost want to say
JV.
I almost want to say JV.
I think so. Like,
No,
he's
he
won
didn't get the
an
ring.
MVP.
He didn't get the ring though.
Well,
it's
there's
not
only
his
2
fault.
rings. Like,
I mean, nobody got the ring, but Miggy got a ring, but not with us.
Right.
Yeah.
I say if you're going pitcher, I say you gotta go Jack Morris. If you're going pitcher,
How long was he on the team for?
I would
know he was
personally
on the-
I think
Morris
Justin
was on the team for
Verlander's
a while.
overall
Okay.
Tigers and Houston Astros and Mets, whatever. Okay, I think Justin Verlander's a better pitcher than Jack Morris.
Like when he was just on the Tigers, he won an MVP.
Yeah,
And
and
that's hard to do.
like personally.
And a couple Cy
Okay,
Youngs,
since it's
but-
my game, I'm not gonna kind of put my input in too
Yeah.
much.
I
would have
say
different players,
JV up there.
but you gotta
Man, JV
be all
is
three in
so
agreement.
good
though.
on our team.
I mean, who else would be up there that you guys think?
I think you went 3 hitters. I think you got to throw a pitcher up there because there's been good
Yeah.
pitchers in Tigers
history.
Tigers history, but I think those are your 2 guys. I can't really think of anyone else off the top of my head where
Hal
they're
Newhouser. See, I don't know.
not up there with
Yeah.
Morris and JV. I think those are the 2 guys that
Yeah.
you're arguing with. So out of those 2, who do you like?
Verlander he just won an MVP. It's hard to.
Win
How
an
long
MVP
did?
as a pitcher.
Okay,
Yeah, that's tough.
okay. Can I
so
just
good.
throw in something really quick?
Yeah.
This is as what they did for a Tiger.
Yeah.
Like the
No, I know.
Tigers
He won an MVP as a
organization.
Tiger.
Right.
He won a couple Cy Youngs.
Right. Jack Morris got the ring though on top of that. For the Tiger
Morris-
organization, helped get that
Morris
Do
ring.
we
was
put
integral.
JD Martinez in the
No.
conversation?
No.
Dude, I love JD,
No.
but no.
I love
No,
JD, but
no.
not
No.
that much. No.
No. Ooh. What do you guys think, Morris or Verlander?
Personally, if you're going, okay, you guys are going Verlander. I
No,
mean,
no, well,
personally,
no.
if you're going all time, I think that Morris, like Derek said, without him, I don't think you win that ring in '84.
That's
That
true.
team
That's such a
was
huge-
That's true.
special around. Sure, was JV special when he was here? Absolutely. Was he lights out for a couple years? Absolutely. But I don't think. I mean, Morris was the ace of that team, and he was the ace of the teams around that as well.
That's true.
Yeah, you got me.
Personally,
Yeah.
I think personally, I'm going Morris. But
Yeah, you convinced me.
okay.
Morris.
All right,
So,
so
who do we got?
Your Detroit Tiger Mount Rushmore is Miguel Cabrera, Ty Cobb,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Al Kaline, and Jack Morris.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not
That's
upset
pretty
with that.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not
um,
upset with that.
Obviously, there's guys who can have a serious argument made, but
Mhm.
if you kind of look at it all, I think that's a
I mean, if we're
solid list.
picking, top 4 most impactful Tigers of all time, I think
Yeah.
that's your guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a serious conversation. All
Yeah.
right, go
Wait,
for your
first off, I don't. This is random. Who are the 4 best Tiger players right now on the team right now?
So I'd say Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter are in there. Derek Scoople's in there.
torque. Are we
Torque.
This year.
This
so
year,
like right now, like
are you
right
talking
now.
these first 20 games?
Yeah, like, as of right now.
Okay,
who are the
so it's Riley
best?
Green, Carey, Scooble. Why do I say Jason Foley?
Fully.
Foley.
Foley.
That's like,
That bullpen is the best,
Yeah.
if not one of the best. I don't know
ooh,
if
that
it's the best.
gets me
but
It is
excited.
the
That
best.
It's
bullpen.
the best in baseball.
Wait,
Okay.
who did we said Carey,
Carey,
Riley.
Riley.
Kerry Ryler,
Foley.
Scooble, and
Yeah.
Foley.
That was like-
I like that.
Yeah.
Foley 15
That's like easy.
consecutive saves.
That's easy. Yeah.
That's like one and done. If
Yeah.
Torque started hitting his home runs,
It
we'd
might have.
we would
more
have to have an
come.
argument.
But
Yeah.
like
But like, what else are we gonna say?
Right.
here, I kind of.
Wait, Derek.
What if we go
Is
top?
this on private? Or
No.
are we just not getting views?
It's not on private because I can watch it.
Okay, it is okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Yeah, because we only have us. now.
It's just us.
That's-
We
Yeah.
usually at least have 3.
Hi.
It's a nice conversation.
What if we
Yeah.
go top 5 players in the MLB right now.
Stir up some drama.
Okay, Mike
Mookie
Trout.
Betts is one.
Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Trout's still up there.
Otani.
Where do you want to put
No,
them?
Otani is
no.
killing it right now.
This
Dude,
this year right
yeah,
now.
this year he's hitting 350 with like 8 home runs, and he's
He's got 7 right now.
7. Yeah.
Okay, can
I
can
say we put
Really?
Gunnar Henderson in the conversation.
I say we put Ellie in the conversation.
He's hitting
Ellie
for
is
power and
killing
for
it,
contact.
dude.
He's
Okay, make the list.
I have
Are,
1, 2, 3.
are we ranking it?
Yeah, ranking.
And are we
Oh,
doing
no,
both? Are we doing both pitchers and hitters combined?
I say we just
yeah,
do hitters.
Yeah, let's just do.
Just do hitters.
Just hitters?
Okay.
Because it's hard to compare.
Yeah, we'll
right?
ignore hitters or
Or pitch-
pitchers. for
Okay,
now. Yeah,
so write down the players we're throwing out though, and then we'll
Alright,
rank them.
alright, so
Okay,
we got-
we got Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, not in that order yet.
Mhm.
Gunnar.
Gunnar, yeah.
He
Gunner's
put Gunnar
gotta
in there.
be.
I say we put Ellie in there.
Ellie, dude, he's.
I think there's
he's
a case that
killing
could be
it.
made there.
He's
Yeah.
Otani.
I personally I like as a hitter right
Juan
now.
Soto.
So
Not yet. We're gonna get there. I say Ellie's doing better than Otani right now with his base running.
well, we can still put Otani on the list.
Otani is
Currently,
killing
right now.
it, dude.
I mean, 350 with 7 home runs is hard to beat.
If we're just going this year, yeah.
He's
if
in
we're
the
going
league in
these last
doubles, I
20
believe.
games,
well, it's the entire season, but yeah.
right? So
20 games.
more or less
Oh,
20
yeah.
games.
Yeah. Harry Carp.
Tyler O'Neill's hurt right now, but he's
Yeah, so we're not gonna talk Tyler O'Neill.
Was he even doing that good?
he had 9 home runs.
I think we got to Marcelo Ozuna.
Oh my goodness.
349
Ozuna from the
home
Braves.
runs.
Mm-hmm.
349 home runs.
That's
Sorry.
349 home runs. You're
That's
Oh,
that's
31
difficult. Yeah.
RBIs.
Yeah.
Okay, right Ozuna down as well, because we're gonna have to eliminate some players.
Mhm.
Ozuna's number 1 RBIs, and then what is he? He's tied for 6
How's
with
Trey
average.
Turner doing this year?
I don't want to talk about Trey
He's
Turner.
been a little.
Is he on a slow
better,
start
but
like he was
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah.
He's been a little bit
Good.
better as a
Uh,
player, but yeah, still brutal.
Honestly, I say the list we have, we just got to narrow that down.
Yeah,
I
What
mean-
do we have? We
narrow.
have 6 guys.
Yeah, 6 guys.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there could be a case for Soto, but if we put Soto in that conversation,
No.
he's just getting cut
Oh,
anyways.
he's been very.
What about
cold
Judge?
lately. No, he's hitting 200.
He is?
Yeah, he's hitting 200 with like.
He hasn't
2
heated
home
up
runs.
yet.
Yeah.
He's getting there, but no.
And then he just stuck his hand out today. That was so stupid.
What do you do?
You guys see that?
No.
No.
Ground ball to second. They threw it to short. Judge sticks his hand out, hits his hand, and then they score 7 runs in that inning.
Dang.
They didn't. No obstruction is called.
I mean, it's not really obstruction. I mean, you're
He
throwing
just
you're throwing the ball. He just sticks his hand out. Like that's not.
He's a
That's-
big dude. Like,
Right.
all right, who do we cut from that list?
Man.
So
First-
what's our list? What's our list?
All right,
Okay, it's
yeah,
Mike
say it
Trout, Mookie Betts, Gunnar Henderson, Ellie De La Cruz, Shohei Ohtani, and Marcelo Ozuna.
Okay, good. So,
I think we get rid of Henderson.
And you have to go
He's
in
just-
order, so it's even more difficult.
okay.
Kind
So,
man.
locks. We're talking locks. Mike Trout is a lock. Mookie's a lock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I say Ellie.
Otani's a lost. A lock.
I
What do
say
you mean?
Ozuna.
Look at the stats.
Ozuna's a lock. I would say.
I agree.
Ozuna.
I
Ozuna's
say
a
Gunnar
lock.
Henderson's a
Dude.
lock right now.
Look
I think
at
it's between
Ohtani,
Ellie
dude.
and Otani, and I think I'd say
Otani's
Otani.
not even close.
Dude.
Look.
Okay.
Can we look at stats for a
Yeah.
second?
Side by
Look
side
at-
stats. Okay. Okay. Ellie batting 281, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs,
No.
18 stolen bases.
No.
281,
No.
7.
18 stolen bases.
Yeah, but
Yes.
no, Ellie's got to get out of here.
Okay.
There's no way.
Ohtani.
Ellie's- No.
336, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. Basically the
Wait,
same.
how many home runs?
Just higher average. Higher average. Okay.
Average is huge for this.
Average is huge.
Nah, dude,
okay.
Ellie
So
can't
I
be-
Okay,
yeah.
this is
Otani-
almost
Otani takes that.
yeah. So
Ellie doesn't
Otani's a
belong.
lock.
I mean,
Okay,
18 stolen
Gunnar
bases.
or
is
Ellie?
crazy,
I
but-
say
Yeah.
Gunnar.
Well,
I think Ellie
what's
has-
Gunnar
what's-
hitting right now?
What's
Okay.
Gunner's
Gunner's
stats?
hitting 288, 9 home runs, 22 RBIs.
It's just. 'cause he's
I
been
think
good lately.
Ellie is that 6th guy. I think he's
Yeah.
6, but I don't think he quite.
Yeah, I say.
Pokes the top
Yeah,
five.
Gunner takes that.
And that's so far this year. Our top
So
five.
So
Ellie's
far,
out. We
28.
have
because no
we have
way.
Mookie
Ellie's-
Betts,
We
Mike
have our
Trout.
5, right?
Yeah.
I say Otani takes 5. I think that's
No shot.
okay.
That's-
With these
I think
stats
that's
right now,
fair. I
with
think
the
that's
stats
fair.
we have right
Wait,
now,
who else is there?
Gunner,
We have Mike
Okay,
Trout.
okay,
Gunner,
maybe.
Otani are
Maybe.
4-5.
I just think Gunner is the average is huge. I know he's been good
Okay.
late, but like
Gunner, Otani. That's what I say.
5-4.
I say that's what 5-4.
either way, I'm fine. Yeah,
I say
they have to
No,
be.
I
So
think
Gunnar
those
at
are your
5?
2 odd ones out. Yeah.
Gunnar at 5. Or
I don't
Ohtani
love it, but
What's
Gunner at
Marcel's
5.
stats?
Gunner at 5, Otani at 4.
Dude,
Ozuna's stats.
Ozuna is like top 5 across the board. 340 average, 9 home runs, 31 RBIs.
Zero
Yeah.
I
stolen
think
bases.
I think he's
personally, I might ruffle some feathers here, but personally for me, it's top down.
So you're going 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Mike Mookie. Marcel.
it's Mookie, Mike, Ozuna. Personally,
That's close
Okay.
to what I had.
who's personally?
I-
So if we're taking average into this, Mike Trout's only batting 226. 226, 14
What?
RBIs.
Dang.
But how many dingers?
10.
10.
He's got the league-leading 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
most
think
of
he
them are
should be
solo
3.
shots.
I think at least 3.
I think
Right.
he goes
Because average is
2.
huge because he's not coming
Right.
clutch at all.
We're not gonna talk about RBIs because RBIs depends on
Your
your
team.
team. Yeah.
So Mike at 3.
3. Yeah, that's where I would go.
I say Mike at 3. Yeah.
I think Otani's better than him right now.
Okay. Mookie Betts or Marcel Ozuna.
Dude, he's killing it.
I
Dude.
say Mookie Betts. Right
No.
now, 1.
Betts has been tearing it up.
Yeah.
Like inconsistently throughout the entire season.
Okay.
Yeah,
Betts is at batting 387.
Yeah.
6
Holy
homers,
moly.
23 RBIs.
No
So,
shot. He's almost hitting
uh,
400.
Exactly.
So
Mookie's
Betts
one.
has the edge as far as average goes.
And he's
by
only hitting
40
3
points.
less home runs.
By
Right.
4 points.
Mhm.
Ozuna's got 3 more homers and 8 more RBIs.
And he's batting almost 100 below him.
It's
Ooh.
40. It's 40-point difference.
It is? What is he batting?
Ozuna's batting 340.
Oh.
Ozuna is killing it. Personally, I say Ozuna Betts.
I say Mookie Ozuna.
Okay, so who's
say-
who's your 1?
Mookie Betts.
This is his
Mookie.
game. He doesn't get a say. Remember,
Oh, yeah.
my game, I didn't get a say.
Oh, yeah. I
So
forgot
who's your
about
1?
that.
My 1 is Ozuna.
Ozuna?
I got.
You got Mookie. You're taking
Yeah,
Don't make
Mookie.
me decide.
383 is crazy. Yeah, Mookie Betts. It's got to be.
I gotta go Mookie.
Yeah, he's
Like I think it's
killing it,
close.
dude.
I think that
The average is
you're
carrying
hitting
it.
what 383?
383. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean I know it's 20 games in. There's not a big sample size, but 383 is.
That's like.
I find it funny how Marcelo Ozuna squeaked his way to number 2 right now.
Dude, he deserves it. He's been killing it.
Yeah, I
Dude.
mean,
I don't even
crazy.
know how. I know Mike Trout's the home runs, but hitting 220 is crazy.
Yeah.
And being on the top 5.
I mean that's just the Angels in a nutshell for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He carries that team. All right.
Has for years.
I don't know. You should go to a different game just because the time. I
Let me
got a
look.
fun NFL game if you want to do that. And it's just you guys' opinion. Who is the top, we'll say like 4 best wide receiver duos in football?
Oh,
Why are we-
I'll
duos?
give you big names. I'll give you big names.
What?
That helps.
are we? Can we just go 5? 5 is easier.
5.
Five.
Yeah.
5 is
I
better.
got my number 1 is crazy.
Don't tell us
So
your
I'll
list.
tell
Don't
mine
tell us your
after.
list. Yeah, don't tell us
Yeah.
your list.
I
Do
only
we
have my
go?
top 3.
Okay.
So there's
I'm
AJ
gonna
Brown,
spit
Devontae
out
Smith.
names.
Spin out names.
I got
Okay.
a list of the
Do we
names.
put
I
J-Mo and Amon Ra in the conversation?
That's duo. No.
Not
No,
top 5.
no,
Not top
no,
5.
get
Okay.
out of here.
I was
Bears.
just saying.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
can't be
think
that
so.
biased.
Bears get on there.
Bears, yes.
Bears get talked
AJ
about.
Brown, Devontae Smith
With
an
who?
option.
They have
Oh, Ramadunze and
they have Odunze.
Let us talk.
They have Odunze.
I have a
They have
list with
Keenan
teams
Allen,
for you
and they
guys.
have
So you guys aren't
the dude
freaking-
from the Panthers,
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
that's,
say-
That's a fun part though. We got to remember who's all there.
Bears.
Uh,
I say Bears right now are definitely 1.
Then we've got.
Should we go wide receiver
okay.
core?
No, hang on.
no.
No.
Just
Okay,
do us.
we've got
Dude, the
Eagles.
Bears
We've
are the
got
best,
Eagles, Dolphins, Texans now.
Texans. Yeah.
I would, yeah. Texans.
We've got. I think we've got to talk about Vikings.
with
I don't want to talk about the Rams.
I don't think Rams are good.
No,
D-
I
They have
because that's
Puka
a personal.
Nakua.
That's a personal.
Nakua
Thing.
and Cup.
That's a personal
Oh,
thing. I don't
wait.
love Cooper Cup. I don't love him.
That's pretty tough.
I think Cooper Cup got overhyped personally.
I like Puka and Cup.
I think you could throw the Niners up there.
So we got to go.
Yeah. Debo, are they gonna? I don't know if they're both gonna be on that team next year.
Or even this year.
Well, yeah, like this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Well- Yeah. I guess I can say this after this one.
Who else did we say?
Rams.
Okay, we'll talk about
We'll
it.
throw the Rams up there.
I feel like there's some. Texans.
Yep.
Texans.
I'm trying to think if there's another team that has.
Uh-oh. What else do you have
I
written on your
got
list?
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
Oh,
Nah.
Bucks.
Jefferson, Addison. And then you guys Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle,
Yeah, Miami's up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
That's pretty good. I like G.
I
T.
think that
Higgins,
could be in the
Chase.
conversation for top. So
Yeah.
Bengals, I think, should be in the conversation for top.
I like that. I think we stick with these 7 right
What
now.
do we have? 7.
Yeah.
7. Bears are a lock.
Bears are
Bears are
obviously
100% lock.
I think 49ers are a lock.
Debo and who?
If we keep
Debo and Ayuk.
Oh yeah.
Ayuk's still on the team, so we're
Yep.
keeping there.
Mm.
I
Philly?
think Miami's a lock.
I think you can't argue against that yet.
I
I
kind of think Philly's a lock.
With
like-
AJ Green and
AJ Green,
Brown.
yes.
It's a different color. That's so weird. I didn't even realize that there's no colors.
I think that's kind of like
wait, what did I say?
I think
AJ
they're
Green.
kind of like
I'm
bottom
at
on this
AJ
list.
Brown. My bad.
Yes.
I take Philly here with these teams left.
Yeah, I think Philly has a top 5 wide receiver duo.
Mhm.
Okay, who's the Texans' number 2 wide receiver?
It'd be
It's Nico
Tank Dell?
Collins. Nico Collins. He just got shot.
Oh really?
no
Tank Dell.
Dell.
Tank
shot.
Dell. Yeah, Nico Collins is definitely the
Crazy
two.
though.
Yeah, I know.
Tank Dell
Really?
what?
What's up, brother?
Tuesday.
Okay.
My nose, man.
Yeah.
So personally, I say Texans get wiped out here because
I think Texans are, in the top 7 like we've identified,
Yeah.
but I think they're not in the top 5.
right because
Not yet.
It's that number 2 receiver.
Not yet.
Cincy and
I think they
Rams.
could become there, but not yet.
This is close. I really like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, but I also really like
Personally,
Puka
even though I don't love
and
Cooper Kupp, I take Rams here.
I think
over Cincy.
But T. Higgins could go off, and it's just like
Keyword is could.
he's like a ticking time bomb until he goes off.
Could.
I think
is the big word. We haven't seen
the
enough.
teams we're comparing right here, Cincy has a big receiver and a receiver that is 50-50 whether or not he's good.
Yeah,
The Rams have 2 guys that
That
can light
prove-
it up any given night.
that proof.
that's true.
So I personally I'd go Rams.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we've got our 5 teams.
Bears, obviously. Okay. Do you want to start 5? Go up.
Who's the weakest one on
I say
here?
Rams
Yeah, that's what I say. I personally say Rams are the weakest link.
or 9. I don't know. I don't really
I
like
say
Niners as much
I
as
say
do
our
like
3, 4,
Rams.
5 teams are sitting right here. Well, no.
No.
I say our 4, 5 teams are Philly Rams. I say that's what our 4, 5 teams are.
I say Philly Rams.
Look, I think the case could be made between Philly and the Niners. I think those 2 teams are really close. So personally I don't know if putting Philly at 4 is, that's just me.
Are you saying higher?
I think they should be a little bit higher.
We could go
3, but
Rams,
That's
Niners,
a
Philly.
Are we all kind of in agreement though? Rams are 5.
Yeah.
Rams can be 5. Yep.
Yep.
Let's go Rams 5.
I like that. It's just his
I think
first
we-
year, so it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
I
say
think
if
we
he's gonna
go.
be good, but he was a stud.
Do we go Niners at 4?
So
There's a lot of fluctuating between Niners guys.
Because I feel like Miami's top 3.
I think that Philly has a
Bears
better
top.
number 1 than the Niners do.
Yeah.
And I think that the Niners and the Philly both have a pretty similar number 2 option.
Yeah.
I mean, if Debo or Ayuk were on any of these teams, that would be a number 1 duo right there.
Right.
But they're not.
Right.
So I agree 49ers are 4.
Okay. Now, Bears. Who are the 2 we're talking about here?
Keenan, DJ Moore.
Keenan and DJ.
Okay. If Keenan stays healthy,
They're 1.
you're talking, top
You're talking top
duo
2.
there. But
But Keenan's getting old.
Keenan's getting old and he doesn't stay healthy at all.
No.
But you could also make the argument DJ Moore and Roma Dunze if Roma Dunze can produce in the NFL.
Another if.
Yeah, if. Yeah.
I think
We
with
haven't seen
the
it yet.
Bears, there's too many question marks to put them at that 1 spot.
So,
Do I think they can get there? Yes, they have to have Williams has to produce.
Yeah.
But I don't think putting them at 1 is
Okay.
okay right
Can
now.
I
you
just
say
give my
2?
Yeah.
personal just to throw out
Yep.
like baseline? I say this goes from 1, 2, 3. I say this goes Miami, Bears, Philly.
I like that. I say it could be. Yeah. Miami, Bears, Phillies.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there's too many question marks. Do I think the Bears can have that number 1 duo? Absolutely. But I just think there's too many question marks.
Right now, currently. Yeah.
So what's our 5?
All right, so our 5, Miami Dolphins with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, 2 are the Bears with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
3, we have Philly with AJ Brown and Devonta Smith.
Mm-hmm.
4, 49ers with Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. And 5, Rams with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua.
I got my 5. So I don't even have the 49ers or the Rams.
Really?
Yeah. My 1 is the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
They're just loaded.
Okay.
I mean, Keenan is a stud and DJ's good. 2, I got the Eagles. I got AJ Brown, Devonta Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully Jalen Hurts is back to being good. But 3 is the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. 4, I have the Texans. I got Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs.
Or Stephon Diggs, yeah.
So it's hard to say because of quarterbacks. Because you can't really do it off quarterback.
Right.
But CJ Stroud is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And my 5, I got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Because Justin Jefferson's so much better than like everybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe not like Tyreek Hill, but he's so good. And if you stay healthy, Jordan Addison will be just as good.
All right. So really quick, we got a question from Carter.
Yep.
What are the chances the Bears do good with Caleb?
I don't really like Caleb.
Personally, I didn't really love this quarterback class. Like
This quarterback class was not.
there were no like
Like, it
huge
wasn't like you
studs.
had a Joe Burrow. It wasn't like you had like this. I mean, you knew Caleb Williams was probably going to be number 1, but
He was number 1 for 2 weeks. Like,
I just it wasn't as strong as like, okay, there's a guy in here. Like we just talked about earlier. Like Michael Penix Jr. might be the most NFL ready, and that's just because of his age.
Yeah.
So
There's a ton of close quarterbacks,
Mhm.
but there's not really that one standout in
yeah.
that quarterback class.
Personally, I say Caleb doesn't win the big games. I don't think he has the NFL attitude. And then, I mean, talent could be there, but I think attitude plays a huge part in this.
I also don't know. I mean, Caleb Williams is coming from the Pac-12. They're not exactly known for their defenses, and he's immediately stepping into a division that has 3 really good defenses on opposing teams in that division. So I don't think that works out, but I mean it could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel, I think
I
you're
don't-
right.
What did
he
he say?
said Chicago's going to stink. Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah,
Caleb
I
Williams is too arrogant.
I have a topic right now.
What?
What's going to happen with Lions and Jared Goff?
They're gonna pay him eventually.
You think they are?
They have to.
I think
They're
Obviously, this
literally
is
changing
his
every 5
re-signing off-season.
Jared
Technically, if
Goff's-
he wants to go. I think he wants to stay with the Lions. It's just
the vibe he brings to Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, that pays the bills right there.
I think at the max he gets a 3-year deal. I think
Yeah.
3 years.
If
With his age.
I'm the GM,
How
I'm
much
re-signing
money
him
we
to a
talking?
3-year, probably
100 and some, 180,
900 mil maybe. That gives him 40 mil a year.
180.
Makes him a top 5 pay quarterback
I'd say 104, 140, 180 is where I'd go. Somewhere
for
between
3 years.
for 3 years.
No, that'd be highest
Oh wait,
paid.
No.
quarterback
sorry,
in
I
the
thought
NFL.
4. My bad.
Yeah. For
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying
3
like,
years, I could
100.
reasonably say anywhere between the 35 to like 38 mil range. I think would be the
Yeah.
deal that you can work out, because I know he wants to stay in Detroit. I have a feeling that he'll take a little bit of a team friendly deal, just because he wants to stay here. So
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
what did Carter say?
Great take. Caleb has to go up against really good defenses.
Yeah. And even the Lions are
agree.
not the best, but I think they can definitely stop DJ
They
Moore and
will.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, they can stuff that.
I think we're almost coming to a close,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So long, make your appearance.
We gotta have the day,
Hello,
the weekly
everyone.
appearance.
Hello, everyone.
Logan.
I don't even know if you're
I don't
I'm
know
not
yet.
even there.
Yeah,
Hello,
this
hello.
Is-
How you guys doing?
Good.
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 How are you doing,
Sunburned.
Logan?
Me?
Yeah.
I was out playing football at church.
Oh, so then yeah. You're just-
I got a 1 on Isaiah. Bro jumps half my height. Like I don't know how I can guard him. But yeah. All right. So you guys have a
All
great
right.
podcast.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right.
I think
Do
that's
you-
it.
Yeah.
Or do we want time for just one more game?
Nah, I think we're going a little too deep. What time?
We have almost
We're
an
not doing
hour
too
and
bad.
45 minutes.
No,
or
we're
100
just
hour 15.
we're just hour and 15
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
You want to go
First-
one more game?
Personally, yeah, I've got some good ones.
All right.
Okay.
I've got some good ones.
Let's go one more.
All right. You want to try wavelength? I think that would be fun.
What
I
is
don't really know how to do
Okay,
that.
so what wavelength is I'll sit here, or we'll have one person sit here And so say we'll have Josh put his head down, close his eyes. Us three are gonna pick a number. Hypothetically, it's 4. He can ask us questions like, okay, give me an MLB team, and we've got to give him a team. 1 is really bad, 10 is super super good.
Okay.
So we've got to give him a team that is in that range.
Okay.
To be able to tell him, okay, that's what the number is, and he has 3 yeses.
Are we doing MLB?
Do we want to do NFL or MLB?
Can I just leave it? I'm more comfortable with NFL, but
Okay.
I can just ask any questions.
Let's go NFL.
Let's do NFL.
NFL.
Okay.
Okay. So Josh, put your head down.
Okay.
I'm gonna play along.
Okay. What do we say?
Yeah, but... Oh, gotcha.
That's the number. Okay, that's the number.
All right.
All right.
It's
Camera.
it's 1 to 10, right?
Yeah, 1 to
1
10.
to 10. Okay. Start with one person. Okay.
Our monitor's late, so we got our number.
Oh,
I'm not looking at the monitor. I'm not
Oh
looking at
shoot.
the
Okay.
monitor.
Okay.
Alright.
We're gonna pick a new number. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just to be safe, we're gonna pick
Okay,
a new
you
number.
can pick a new
Alright.
number. I'm going
Pick a
head
new
down
number.
again. Okay.
All right.
All right,
You're
we're good.
You got
We're
it?
good.
All
Okay.
right. We'll fill a little bit of time so that way you can
Yeah.
get your stuff back up.
No, we're not gonna get it back.
Okay.
Okay. Ask a specific person to start.
I'll go right down the line here.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a NFL quarterback.
Okay. Jordan Love.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I like that pick.
Okay.
Where are you sitting right now?
So I'm sitting around like the 6 to 7 range.
Okay.
Not top of the line, but not middle of the road either. Kind of 6 to 7 is where
Okay.
I'm at right now.
Okay.
Derek, can you give me a wide receiver duo?
Just look at all her.
Just a team.
Yeah.
A team. Or wide receiver core. We'll do wide receiver core.
You want to do a whole core?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. Okay.
Oh. This is kind of tough.
Yeah.
49ers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I definitely understand.
Okay.
Oh, but don't screw this one.
I'm leaning right around that 7-8 mark now.
Okay.
Is where I'm at.
Try to make a guess after Ethan. Try to do like the 3 and then-
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ethan. Give me an NFC team.
NFC team.
Yes.
1 is the worst. 10 is the best.
All right. trying to think of just like. Wait, can't give it
Do
an
you want to see a list of NFC teams and their record from this last year?
Wait, I think I have an idea. Just let me give me the records.
Just the utter silence. It's loud.
I'm not gonna say it.
Buccaneers.
That's actually what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good one.
Okay. I'm gonna lock in 8.
Locked in 8.
All right.
All right. Should we tell them the number or should we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell them the number.
You said it like twice. It's
7.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had number
Okay.
7.
Wait, I kind of want to try. This
person-
seems fun.
Okay. We'll let you try
All right,
it. Okay.
all right.
Okay.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. So you gotta talk for
Okay.
a minute.
Fill in his spot.
That's
Fill in
fine.
his spot.
We have a replacement. There's a substitution on the field.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at it.
All right, no,
All right, head down.
Head down. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
You can. Do you want to kind of give like group? No, we'll just
No.
go one person.
One
All
person,
right.
yeah.
And ask a specific person to start.
All right.
Are you doing NFL still, or do you want to do MLB?
Let's go NFL. I kind of like it.
Okay.
All right. Let's go defense.
Who are you asking?
Derek. I'll go down the line.
Such a hard. Dude, I hate that question. Redo it.
All right. Offense. That's a little easier.
Yeah, that's too broad though.
Yeah.
But
like
I mean, you can pick out.
yeah.
Defense is you can still do a defense.
Yeah, and we're going off this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah, past you.
Don't ask me like the hardest question. I'm not
Okay.
like
Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. Bears offense
Yep.
from last
Defense,
year.
but
No,
Offense.
offense. We're going
Oh,
offense
So
from
I'm
last
sitting
year.
like 4-3-4. I mean, they didn't have a great offense.
Okay. Next
Um,
question.
quarterback.
Ooh. Quarterback from last year.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple guys that come to mind.
This is tough. I
I
gotta
haven't
look at I gotta
thought
look
of
at teams really quickly just
I haven't even
because.
thought of one yet.
You want me to give you a guy that I'm thinking?
I'll just stay here.
Okay,
No,
so personally, I was thinking that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm in the hot seat.
Let me go ahead and give you Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. It's like
Um,
2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
He's like a 1. but-
You're gonna follow along, okay? So first question asked, based on NFL offenses, I said Chicago Bears, and then the next question was just NFL quarterbacks. Who'd you say?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
I'm sitting like
I'm
1-2 right now.
5. I'm thinking 5 right now.
What?
5 with Daniel Jones.
He won a playoff game.
All
Okay.
right. Well, this last year's stats. That's 2 years ago.
Yeah. 5 to 4.
All right.
That must be the hardest question.
I could. Yeah, it's good. Really hard.
What do we got, Ethan? Let's do
Uh,
an easy one. Give me you wanna do like running backs?
let's go. Yeah, running back.
Running backs. Hopefully Logan.
Ooh.
Do you have enough knowledge?
Apparently, a super bad running back.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna think
if Josh
all the running backs.
or Derek needs your help.
Can I throw out a name for you?
I don't really know much running
Oh.
back.
I kind of want to be in it. We'll kind of
In
talk
agreement here, yeah.
Yeah.
So just, like,
Personally,
close my
I
ears.
say their starter. Personally.
Who is that?
I'm like, I know that like from like 2-3 years ago who it was, but I don't. Is it the same?
Oh. Yeah, you
Say
could.
the team.
No, not yet.
Is it the Panthers?
Or you could go
You're the
here.
Panthers.
Miles
Or you could go
Sanders?
there.
I think. Yeah, you could really go either of those guys. I think.
You want me to
What would
spit
be
the
like
name out?
the?
I kind of say that's a safer bet.
Yeah, say that one.
If you're going. if
Yeah.
you're- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rashad White.
All right,
He was
I'm
not
sitting like
bad. He was not bad last year. He was
I'm saying
pretty
like 1 or 2.
He's on the
I think I'm gonna say
Sean, he's not bad. It's like
2.
1 or
good.
2.
He's not, dude, I'm thinking 5, bro.
Okay, is
I'm
that your
thinking
final
5.
answer?
yeah 2.
No, I got 5. But
Okay, you got 5.
If-
Sean's
tell-
got
tell
5.
us- Let us keep going then. If
If
we're
it's
both
not
wrong.
either one of
Are we
those,
both wrong?
You're both dead wrong.
Both wrong.
very wrong.
Not.
All right, go. Now we got. We already do receiver.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Let's
offense.
do receiver.
How been frame?
Wide receiver or thin receiver?
Oh yeah, I should have. to say. I was here, you.
Yeah, I'll get on.
No, you're good.
Who's answering that one?
Oh, it's one of us. Good.
Wide receiver. We'll go back down. So Derek,
Okay. Derek receiver.
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 I'm just wondering what you guys gonna bounce back to me.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis.
Oh, he's
Who-
annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Dude,
Imagine Gabe
3,
Davis is watching.
3 or 4.
4. Okay, so
Agree on a number this
Daniel Jones. Who's the running back?
dude,
Rashad
Rashad Jones
White.
stinks. So I'm thinking like 4.
I'm thinking 3.
Agree
But
on the
Rashad
number.
White is pretty good.
You're
But
Agree
he's
on the
not
number.
like
more. Get.
not last
Yeah, get
season.
Josh.
Yeah,
Get Josh.
okay, I don't know what we're thinking. Somewhere, but
Okay.
Just do a team.
Yeah,
Or-
NFL team.
yeah.
NFL. We already did the Bear. Oh, what did we do?
Well,
NF- NFL team.
Yeah.
Just like
overall, yeah.
Let me see standings really quick.
There you go.
This is a tough question.
That's let's go LA Chargers.
What?
That's like 4.
Yes, they're literally 4.
Yeah, I say 4.
All right, final answer 4.
No.
What?
Then it's got to be
There's
3.
no way.
10.
There is no way.
All right.
There's
want
no way
just, like, one
Rashad
more-
White is a 3 though.
Do you want just one more question?
But
or-
Daniel Jones
One more
is.
question, then you guys tell us, and I think we'll
Okay.
be done. All
You
right,
wanna
what's
go
our final question?
NFL defense.
No, I don't know much
No.
defense.
Yeah.
You want to go? I don't know.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, let's just go wide receiver.
Another one.
Yeah, let's go again. You guys decide together. I don't know.
I have a stupid way I'm gonna find this.
Bro, imagine we did like 1 through 50 on this. You know how hard that'd be?
Dude.
You're working out there 20 to 25.
Okay. Jerry Judy.
I'm thinking 4 still.
Dude,
Like,
What team did he play on?
he's on the Browns right
Broncos.
now.
do you think it could be 6?
He was in the Broncos. It's not 6.
Then it's got to be 3.
It's gotta be 6 though.
6. Oh.
It has
Or
to be
it's
6.
1. Like, we haven't
It's
guessed.
probably 6. You want to just go 6?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
The final number was 3.
I had that forever, bro.
Why is Rashad White a 3?
I've
Okay,
had that
because at
every
first he was
single
saying
time.
2-3, so we wanted to give somebody who was a little higher, so that meant okay, let's go 3.
So then I went 4-3.
Yeah.
And then he
I-
messed me up.
I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. I mean, he
Okay,
started the entire season.
Yeah.
Well, most of it.
So who did I said you could have said Will Levis.
To me,
Yeah.
that's more like a 5. Personally.
Will Levis, I think he's a pretty solid
He beat the
quarterback.
freaking Dolphins.
For me, that's like a
Dumb
5.
game.
Do you want to play one more, or do we kind of run out of time?
I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah,
Are
it's
we out of
almost an
time?
hour.
Call it.
Yeah.
40, yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Well,
So
thank you, Josh, for coming on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for
dude.
coming
Thanks,
out.
man.
We
I'll
had
be
fun
back.
talking
That was
to
fun,
you.
man.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So that was a fun podcast today. Don't know when we'll be on yet next week. We still gotta kind of talk about that.
Yeah.
But thank you all for tuning in this week, and we will see you all next week. Have a good week, guys.
Alrighty, see you guys.
Yeah. See ya.